Welcome back to Q&A. The teachers say it's not about the money, but about the best learning conditions for students. But they're obviously not happy with the pay offer of 1.5%. And this week they took to the streets for better pay and conditions. Now, the teachers are wanting a 4% pay rise. They want limits on class sizes. They want improved safety in the school grounds. They want investment in professional development and fairer working hours for part-time teachers. And if the government doesn't negotiate, teachers are promising more strikes and industrial action.
What was on offer around class sizes was simply a long way from meeting the mark of teachers' expectations. A group to talk about staffing and class sizes is not action.
The case for smaller class sizes. At present, teachers estimate that with a class of over 30 students, each student gets 4 minutes of the teacher's time. NCEA is supposed to be about personalised learning and one-on-one teacher time with the students. Health and safety concerns. The classrooms in our secondary schools are designed to hold 25 students. Yet 2/3 of Year 9 and 10 students find themselves in classes exceeding that number.
It's not just about the pay. The biggest thing that annoys me is class sizes. They're basically trying to stop our cap on class sizes, which at the moment is about 26 average maximum class size, and I can just imagine that it could almost be a brawl in the middle of my science class if I have any more than that. There'll be no learning. Practicals will be a minimum because you just can't control the kids within the class, and there's no bench space to do all the practicals. So if they had more than, say, 30, then it would just be diabolical.
Smaller class sizes are good for students because they provide more opportunity to cater for diversity and difference, greater engagement in learning, better monitoring of student progress, earlier diagnosis of student difficulty, more inclusive and more personal teaching, higher levels of physical safety, students more likely to be on task, test results improve, group work is more easily managed, more opportunity for student interactions. Students are more positive about themselves. It is easier to maintain a good physical learning environment. Students in smaller high school classes are more likely to graduate from school, and smaller high school classes have a significant positive effect on teachers later in life.
Secondary teachers want the average class size to be no more than 26 students, but ideally less. Where there are hazardous processes, equipment and or materials, then the class size should be no more than 24 students. Why is this issue important to teachers? Teachers need non-contact time in order to update and or develop units of work, plan effective lessons, pursue personal development. Teachers believe that non-contact time is essential to effective teaching, enabling them to improve their skills and better educate students.
Isn't that what school holidays are for? Won't giving teachers more non-contact time cost even more when more staff are required? Teachers have an actual workload of up to 47 hours a week. 47% of teachers thought the workload was unmanageable, and 71% felt their workload was affecting their teaching and making the quality suffer. 28% were thinking of leaving teaching altogether. This strain of a workload can be seen to not just affect a few teachers individually, it affects the profession as a whole.
When asked how to make the workload more manageable, teachers said this could be achieved by smaller classes, guaranteed planning time, and additional provision for time to do professional work outside of the classroom. In most of the schools surveyed, NCEA implementation was identified as a major stress on teachers' workload.
Workload was identified as a major concern by the PPTA in a discussion with the Ministry of Education in a 2003 report by the Ministerial Task Force, and it was agreed by both the PPTA and Ministry of Education in 2004 that this would be a focus for the long term. Thus, a study was commissioned by the Ministry to the Australian Council for Educational Research to try and see how teachers could be better supported in their workload. Clearly, this has already been an area of concern for the government and the PPTA in terms of teachers being supported. Here Mittens, here Cujo.